welcome to Jeffco League action here from the NAAC as we continue on our coverage. Thanks to the folks at the Chatfield Gridiron Club of Chatfield High School football. The Chargers rounding out the regular season here against a very tough opponent, an opponent that's ranked 6th in the power rankings, and that is the Pomona Panthers. The Panthers come in here under the head coach Jay Madden at 6-2 overall. They're 5-1 in the league. That loss to Ralston Valley, who with a win tonight will secure the top seed out of the Jeffco. Pomona would end up finishing second. For Brett McGatlin's Chargers, a rough season. 3-5 on the season, 2-4 in the Jeffco League. And for the Chargers, again, need a win tonight if you're going to make the playoffs. If not, you get one more game next week and a cross-bracket matchup, essentially, that would be your 10th game. For the Chargers, and you see on special teams, Sean Odell is the guy who makes things go. But again, a short kick, and it is set to go with Kyle Winkler to run things here. A season that you can't understate how tough the Jeffco League is. The Chargers with aspirations of maybe taking a shot at the title here. They'll go back to that fast-paced offense as normal and start things off with that quick throw here to the nearest side. And that is Gilbert who'll get the first catch for Chatfield. The likes of Gilbert, it's Braden Gilbert, of course, Chase Johnson, Chase Robinson, Sean Odell. You'll get a lot from Odell and Lucas Gunkel in the backfield, along with Dalton Keene. As they come in here, this is a team that, again, can put some points on the board, but it's been tough. They've run into the likes of Bear Creek, who's a very talented club coming in here. And Bear Creek, of course, had been pushing toward the top of the Jeffco standings. Columbine, as always, very tough. But again, Columbine has struggled this year. They're 4-4 coming in on the season, 4-2 in the conference. They cannot win a conference title. It's between Ralston Valley and Pomona. And Pomona has to win tonight, and they need Ralston Valley to lose this evening. And Ralston Valley, as they come rolling in here, they've got a game, of course, on the docket here this evening. And we'll keep an eye out for that. But again, Ralston Valley, actually, they actually won last night, if I remember right. I think the Mustangs played last night. And look out, big trouble. The Big Black from Pomona, the Panthers. Big Black, the nickname for them. And they are huge. In the Jeffco League, they're one of the bigger teams. And in the state, they're one of the bigger teams in the state. You see Winkler, and as they try to go to that run game with Aycock and Gunkel and Keene, they get snowed over there. Bad snap this time. Winkler's in trouble. He's flushed out of the pocket, rolling, will stop, and he's got a man wide open, and he cannot connect. A zero blitz. But Odell got behind everybody. Winkler able to escape, just fleet of foot enough to get outside of where that blitz was coming from. But again, tough for the right-handed quarterback, rolling left, settle yourself and try to make that throw out there. If Odell catches it, he's gone for the touchdown. The risk by Pomona actually pays off as they are able to stop that play. And now Winkler hit as he throws, going high to the left side. And it is caught over there, they say, on that far side, but it's going to be short of the first down. Thomas Eisenbast over there with the catch, but 4th and 2. They get up to the line very quickly, see if they can get Pomona to jump. They will most likely punt as the ball sits at about the 32-yard line. Nope, they said, we got to go here, try to run it left side. Did they get there? Saw a blocker come out, but it was not the running back. They go to Gunkel, and he cannot make his way through there. And Pomona will take over on downs. Ralston Valley Mullen last night. That's right. Thank you, Phil. 55-14. So Ralston Valley has already secured the Jeffco League. I was thinking about it. We did a game of the week last night here on Stream It Sports, and what a game of the week, man. It was really something. From First Bank Stadium, you got a chance to see Legacy and Fairview. And Fairview in the last 50 seconds came from behind to win it, tied it up, went for 2, and finished things off. Our first opportunity for Pomona to see the Panthers go to work. And Isaac Marcus, the end around, and the touchdown. Wow. That was fast. I mean, unbelievably fast. $33 yards on the touchdown for Marcus, and the extra point upcoming here for Pomona. The kick straight and true. Tyler Thimpson, the sophomore, with the extra point, makes it 7-0. Just under 11 minutes to go here in this first quarter, and Pomona has jumped out to the lead here on Marcus' run. Now, it's incredible to think some of the stats coming in here for all of these. We didn't even mention Justin Roberts, who's the quarterback for Pomona. We didn't even have time to talk about him. We'll talk about him when they get the football. For Marcus, though, he's a guy who has, on the ground, has 401 yards. Doesn't sound like a lot. He's got 11 touchdowns on the ground. He has 501 yards receiving. So he's got over 900 yards, total yards, coming in through 8 games, 4 touchdowns through the air, and Marcus is a guy that is just all everything. I'd compare him to Percy Harmon, but that's not a great name to compare him to here in the pros anymore. But you just think about it, somebody who's got that kind of speed, a little jet sweep, works for you, but he's also a very good receiver, and Marcus makes his presence felt right away. Odell and I believe Gunkel back deep. Odell's going to take this one right about the 1 yard line, try to get a little better return up into the wedge, and he's got nowhere to go. Doesn't even get it back to the 20 yard line, and that is where Chatfield will start. Down 7-0 after the quick strike 33 yard run by Isaac Marcus. Keep this in mind, whether you're buying or selling a home, the Westfall team can certainly help. At RE/MAX Professionals, 20-plus years experience selling homes in the South Jeffco area. Call 303-716-3633 for a free market analysis or consultation. Winkler, quick throw over to the left side, a smoke route to his slot receiver and up to the 25-yard line with the quick throw. That is to Braum, I believe. Nope, Jack Winkler gets in there and makes the catch. Winkler to Winkler there. That connection, at least we'll see for this game and for one more game. Quick crossing route, and they'll find Odell coming across. And right back to work they go. So they start from their own 18. They've already got the ball up, first down and 10 to the 37-yard line. This is what they can do, and they've done it against other teams. As that ball sits at the 38, read option. They'll run it up the middle, whether it's Gunkel or Keene or even Aycock. That is tough to get right in the middle of things because Pomona, boy, those are big boys up there. You've got the likes of Hertler, Chavez, McHale, and Cordova. Those are the big linebackers there for Big Black in there, and a run of only a couple of yards. And Chatfield with the timeout here, trying to slow the pace. Again, I think for Coach Brett McGatlin and for what the Chargers have, it's 4-down territory essentially all the way through, at least through this first quarter, to see if they can get down there, try to match Pomona, and know that the defense has a tall order. The defense has at times played well this season, but at the same time, they've given up a lot of points. And again, it's about the offense outscoring the other team. It's not about the defense holding, but if they can get a couple of holds out there, then your offense can kind of get ahead of things, and that's kind of what Chatfield tries to do as best they can, but it's going to be tough to do here against Pomona, that's for sure. So starting from their own 18-yard line up to the 40 now, second down and 8 after a 2-yard run. That pistol set now. They've got 3 receivers in the pattern. Slot right to the wide side of the field, option read. They'll run up the middle, and there's not a lot of room there. Aycock will get carries here tonight. Gunkel will get carries here tonight. And Odell, they put him back into that tailback spot. They like to run him out to the slot position. Odell lost his shoe. He's got it back on, ready to go. And right back up here to the line with that 4-yard run. And the look to the sideline. And another timeout going to be called here. Pomona's called one. Chatfield's called one. Chatfield's going to call their second one here of the first half. Well, maybe a case of maybe the coaches up in the box is getting a chance to look at how Pomona is attacking them. They've got an idea, and they want to try to maybe get together with the offense early on and give them a sense of what's going on. Maybe they've identified something very early and said, you know what, it's worth calling the timeouts here because we got to go here in this first quarter. We'll keep you updated on some scores. Score stream also, as you can see on our web stream from time to time. We've got that up there. We'll cherry pick some scores that are going on around the area. Last regular season weekend for 5A football. The playoffs start next week. The 32-team bracket will be put together after contests finish up tomorrow. Back to pass. Winkler, look out. He's in trouble, and he's got real estate down this near side. He's going to keep it now. He'll lower the head and drive forward to the 44-yard line. What an impressive push that time. Isaac Marcus will come in and make the tackle. Gatsis is also there, but a first down up to the 44-yard line, and a nice run of 12 yards for Winkler. Look out, ball's on the ground. Winkler got a fortuitous bounce, but then is wrapped up immediately. And Elijah Leyva, who leads the Jeffco League, he's tied right there as the top sacks man, will get another one. Leyva, the junior, plays at a linebacker spot, but man, he is a blitz dog, firing in there for Jay Badden's Big Black. And all the way back to the 49 is where that ball goes. And as a matter of fact, that is about a 7-yard loss now. Somebody might have jumped. Yep, procedure penalty against Chatfield here. It was interesting. Marty Cesario and I were talking last night and have over the last couple of weeks when we were doing our games of the week. Who has the toughest conference? And when Valor, who hadn't lost since 2010, essentially, in state, goes into the Centennial League, you say, well, that's probably the best one. Well, they got beat this year, and that's a very tough conference. But look at the Jeffco. Look at the catch over the middle here. Sitting down in coverage, Chatfield with a nice pickup, and they'll find Gilbert this time over the middle. Well, what was it, 3rd and 22? Comes up to a much more manageable 4th and 4, or is it 3rd and 4? I believe it's 3rd and 4 as it sets up. The ball from the 38. Now, the run forward and a big hit up to the 25-yard line. Kyle Winkler is taking it upon himself. He's putting the team on his shoulders. He's running a lot more than we've seen him run all season long, that's for sure. An 11-yard pickup and ready to go again with this quick strike offense. A check to the side, and now we'll get the snap and we'll hand it off. Running back's got a little bit of room here as he scampers forward to near the 18, 17-yard line, starting to find some openings after completing some passes. Odell with a nice run just inside the 17, and a run of about 9.5 yards. Gatzuk's in on the tackle this time. They're trying to rush another player on. Are they going to get him on in time? I think Pomona's got too many players out there. Quick handoff, a little counter play, and that'll be snuffed out very quickly. Up to make the play for the Panthers, that's Peyton Haynes. Came around from the side. Odell just could not find an opening. 12th play of the drive coming right here. 3rd down and 1 for Chatfield. Slot right again. They're staying in this an awful lot. Throw it out to the outside. That little wheel route. Run to the corner. Touchdown. Chatfield. A point away from tying it up. Odell out of the backfield. The little wheel route. And the linebacker was a little slow getting over to try to cover him. And Odell turned on the Jets. 12 plays, 82 yards. And Chatfield right back into this one. Watch and see what they do here, because they went for it in their own territory on 4th and what was about 3 yards. They're willing to do just about anything to try to pull the upset here and play the spoiler with Pomona, although they do go back into the regular point after try. Beckham with the extra point, up and good. And we are tied at 7. Well, this is the Chatfield team that when we see it, this is the club we expected through league play that could put the points up. If the defense can make a stop or two, then the offense, led by Kyle Winkler and his cast of characters out there, they're very talented. In Sean Odell, you've got Gilbert, you've got Robinson, and I'm just naming a few. In Keene, in Aycock, very good at putting points up on the board and just try to outscore the other team. The difference is you've got Pomona, who this year is not one of those teams that drags it out, likes to smash mouth football and just keep the ball away from you. They have exceptional talent over the last couple of years and have really been able to put some big points up on the board themselves. That has not been the case in years past. They used to just grind teams down. They don't do that, and as is evidence, Marcus with the 33-yard touchdown run the first time Pomona had the football. The kick over to the side, that'll go out of bounds, and Pomona will have the option to take it at the 35 if they would like. Well, winter, I swear, is on the way. We haven't seen it yet. Unbelievably, no snow here in the metro area, and we're right toward the end of October. But Les Schwab can help you prepare for what is to come, whether it's tires, brakes, batteries, or something else. Les Schwab can help. Visit the Littleton location just east of C470 in Bowles. Well, the hookup from 17 yards from Winkler to Odell. And Chatfield tying things up here. Right back to work goes Pomona, and they go right up the middle with the run here. And again, tough to stop. The running back's tough enough to bring down. You get that big offensive line right in front of you. And Borghi, the super freshman, gets the carry. Max Borghi has come on here in the middle part of the season and has been very good. So Borghi all the way to the 48-yard line of Chatfield. They go back to the ground here. Borghi running here to the near side, tucks it in that left arm now and is drugged down. I take that back. Is that Borghi again? Yep, it is indeed. And Pomona again quickly to the line, ready to go to work here. The ball at the 33-yard line. 2 runs, and they're already into Chatfield territory. Borghi will get the carry on the read option, and this time is snowed over by the big guys up in the middle. Good penetration that time for Chatfield. Matt Gator along with Maurice Barley. Big boys right there. Remember, Gator's been moved to that nose guard spot. He had been at linebacker. They put him into that nose guard spot, and he has been very good there. A loss of 2 yards. Look by Roberts over to the right side. Got his man out there. That is Marcus, and Marcus is pulled down at about the 20-yard line, and that is a first down.
Justin Roberts' pass complete to Isaac Marquez.
Dalton Keene over there on the coverage. But again, single coverage, man-to-man, and the quick out, and Roberts got rid of it right on time. We'll put the ball at the 21, gain of 14, inside of 6 to go here in the first quarter. Roberts again from that pistol set. Roberts, they'll run right up the middle here and down to about the 8-yard line. Isaac Marcus finding a hole there and all the way down to the 9-yard line. And a run of 12 yards. And again, right back to work they go. Marcus and Borghi in the backfield there with Roberts. 5-man front for Chatfield. Roberts rolling here, looking, firing. Dumps it over the middle. That'll be a touchdown. That is Marcus' second touchdown.
Play is good for a 9-yard touchdown.
And again, rolling him out from the backfield. You keep one back in to chip a little bit to sit down in coverage. Another one that rolled right with Roberts there. A 9-yard touchdown pass. And Pomona goes right back and takes that lead back. Dempson with the extra point try coming up here. Well, we talk so much here, of course, about the Chargers as we follow them all season long. The up-tempo offense. Well, Pomona does the same thing, essentially. That's kind of the evolution of what's going on here in high school football, in really essentially most of the classes. I've seen 3A. We've seen it in Class 3A, 4A, and 5A here all season long, and it's kind of been developing that way where everybody's kind of starting to go to it, where you don't huddle up much anymore. You get to the line, you look to the sideline, you get the signals, you look down at your what you've got strapped on your arm there, and you figure out what play you get. Everybody's got one of those out there. And if that's not the case, you're just calling out signals. You know where everybody's supposed to be lined up. That's kind of how that works out. If you get a chance, check out chatfieldfootball.com. That's where the Chatfield Gridiron Club resides on the World Wide Web. You can follow them on Facebook at Chatfield Football and follow them on Twitter at Chatfield FT Ball. 14-7, Pomona with the lead here. Chatfield will get the ball back for the third time here tonight. 6-play drive, capped off on a 9-yard touchdown pass. And Marcus got 2 touchdowns here tonight. Kick over to the far side. A bounding ball. That is a live ball, but it'll be recovered by Chatfield. Not kicking it deep that time. They did it twice on the kickoffs. Odell returned it and did not get it up across the 20-yard line. This time, a little squib kick to the far side, but the Chargers will recover, and they'll start at about their 28-yard line. Put it a little closer to the 27 here. 5:23 to go. And boy, lots of action here. Pomona's had the ball twice. Chatfield's got it for a third time here. Throw over the middle, and the ball, up in the air. That was a tough one. The receiver actually had his hand down underneath it, tried to flip it kind of to himself, and actually ended up flipping it up in the air. That was Braden Gilbert there. Very dangerous. 2nd down and 10 coming up here from the 27. Pistol set again, the read option. Winkler going to throw it here to the near side, and it is caught up to about the 37-yard line. Gilbert had moved all the way over here to the near side and will make that catch. Cameron Padilla over on the coverage that time. And the pickup just short of a first down, and whistles. I don't think they got that play off. Yeah, the flag comes out before that thing got started. By the way, we had an early game, and I'm talking about the Centennial League. Cherry Creek now 6-3. They beat Eagle Crest 42-27. Pulled that huge upset last week over Valor. Procedure penalty will move Chargers back. So 3rd down and 6 coming up. They've got to get to the 37-yard line for a first down. Winkler got a little bit of time, steps up in the pocket now. Flag thrown, and he will spin down to about the 36-yard line. Well, he nearly got out of that one. Madrid is there. Leyva was putting pressure on for Pomona, but it looks like Chatfield's walking backwards, doesn't it? Yeah, a hold, and that flag all the way back at the 25-yard line. Well, that is a big, big penalty. Now that puts the ball all the way back to the 15. That essentially is a loss of about 17 yards because the hold was so far back in the backfield. Did Mr. PA figure it out? Well, they've got 3rd and 23. It's more than that, I can tell you. Sure looks like it anyway. Empty backfield. Winkler standing there all by himself. Got 4 receivers in the pattern. They go twins either side. He's got a little bit of time, too, as they rush 4, and he dumps it down. Finds the back out of the backfield, and we'll get a lot of that yardage back. Knocked out at about the 33-yard line. Odell came right back across. It'll bring up 4th down. Let's see what Chatfield does here. 18 yards on a 3rd and 23 works just fine. You got 4th and 6 coming up here. They are going to punt it away, though. You wonder, they went for it the first time around, and a good punt. It's over Marcus's head. Now he'll take the bounce and scoop it up inside the 20-yard line. Now try to work his way around that right side. Found himself a little bit of room. Not always wise to take the ball off the bounce, but because it was over his head, it bounced right to him. He actually turned around to get positive yardage out of it for Pomona, and they will take over. 1st down and 10. Right around the 30-yard line, although the Whitecap coming over and talking with the Pomona coach. We may have a little something here, a flag down. It may push him back. Well, it's just a sideline warning against Pomona. The get-back guy got to get better at telling people to get back. 3:54 left to go here in this first quarter, and each team's had the ball 3 times. Pomona will have it here. So they'll start from their own 29-yard line. Justin Roberts, the senior quarterback who has been very good this year, thrown for over 1,100 yards coming in here. Yeah, they're not just that smash mouth football team. The run sets up the pass, and they will run it as well. Look out. That is Marcus. He's tackled from behind as he picked his way through in the second level all the way to the 47-yard line. 18 yards on the run that time. And again, just running it off that left side. A good seal there. He's able to pick his way forward. And the Panthers are rolling. 1 play, 33 yards. Marcus took them 6 plays the last time they had the ball in Pomona on their first play, almost into Chatfield territory now, and off to that right side again, trying to escape tackles. Borghi with it down to about the 36-yard line, and they put him at the 35. Another 18-yard scamper there. 3:30 to go here in this first quarter. Pomona threatening to put another score up here. That's why offensively you got to keep pace. Roberts has still got it. He's going to go here to the left side. A little short. It's underthrown. Looking for Matalik. That's Miles Matalik, the sophomore receiver out there. Pretty good coverage that time for Chatfield. On the coverage for the Panthers, and that was Conrad Bristol out there. Had him blanketed pretty good. Second and 10 coming up. And a timeout now. Somebody line up in the neutral zone. Yep. That was Matt Gator trying to get a little bit of an edge in the helmet into the neutral zone, and a 5-yard infraction. So second down and 4 now from the 30 of Chatfield. Roberts will hand it off to his running back, who's tripped up to about the 26-yard line. Borghi and Marcus. Marcus got the carry that time. We'll give Ellis credit down around the shoelaces there on the tackle. Just a 3-yard pickup. Boy, otherwise he was off to the races once again. 3rd and 1 for Pomona here. Roberts, read option, look out. Big space, and Marcus pulled down from behind at the 6-yard line. That's Borghi, actually. Borghi is at the same kind of quick speed as Marcus does. You've got 2 guys with absolute rocket speed. As soon as they get the football, they are off to the races when they see that hole. That run down to the 6, a gain of 21 for Borghi. And into the red zone goes Pomona here with under 2.5 minutes to go in the first quarter. Pistol set again. Marcus off that right side, breaking tackles, pushing his way forward. He's going to be close. Didn't get there, down to the 1 yard line.
Isaac Marquez carries the ball down to the 1 yard line.
Ran it right at Gator over there and Barley. And a 5 yard pickup. Well, multiple options here. Let's see what they decide to do. You got Pace in the backfield, I believe. You do. Pace standing next to Roberts. Nope. End around. He'll get it. Marcus actually took the snap out of the Wildcat formation, handed it off to Pace, and the 1 yard touchdown run, and Pomona extending the lead now. First time that we've called Dylan Pace's name all night. But an interesting setup, and it was the play before too. Roberts, it was not Roberts at the pistol set. It was actually, I saw the two backs up there. I thought Roberts had gone up under center. That wasn't the case. Marcus was taking the direct snap and running things. He'll throw passes as well when he needs to. The extra point is up and good, and it's 21-7. Pomona. Each time they have had the football, they have scored. A run of 33 from Isaac Marcus, a catch from Roberts of 9 yards for Marcus, and Dylan Pace with the 1 yard run here. Chatfield will get the ball back. 7 plays and 71 yards for Pomona. Well, it was possible coming into this one. You thought this one could potentially get out of hand if the Chatfield offense couldn't get anything going or the Pomona defense was able to stop Chatfield. They went down in their second possession and scored, made it look pretty convincing, but then penalties have hurt them. A big holding penalty, and the last time they had the football, and it's just tough to overcome that. Kickoff taken inside the 10 yard line on the run forward, up near the 20 to about the 24 yard line. Odell. Yeah, they'll set it down at about the 24. Here comes Kyle Winkler and Chatfield. They'll go with the set that has worked out well for them. That slot right with 2 backs in the backfield. They give it off. Odell in the backfield tries to hop his way forward. Got to the 26, a gain of a couple. Tough running over this near side, though. Gatsis there. Isaac Lopez also getting credit on the tackle. Well, both these teams just kind of rolling with the quick strike run. It's tough to update you on some of the scores that are going on. Handoff, trying to get around the edge. There is Odell. Gets some good blocking out front. Lowers the head and falls forward. Going to be a couple of yards short of the first down over there. Josh Madrid on the tackle with a host of other Panthers on that side. The ball to about the 34 yard line. Got about 8, and it's enough for a first down. Just lean forward, and the chains will move. Because of the late start, we actually kicked off at about 7:45 here tonight. A lot of games are going to be completed by the time we get toward the end of our contest. By the time we get to halftime, a lot of games will be in that second half. So, there, as we said, a couple of finals, some early games as well. I know Stanley Lake played here against TJ. They beat TJ here in the early game. Throw to the left side, got a receiver over there, and he is immediately spun down and tackled on the far side. That is Gilbert over there. Oh, no, Robinson. That's a 5, not a 6. Chase Robinson with the catch on the far side. And a gain of 8. Second down, we'll call it a long 2. Winkler, quick throw, left side. That's a first down. And again, the Charger offense is moving. Finding guys in the routes. He'll find Johnson, Chase Johnson on the far side. The junior makes the catch, and the chains are moving again. That's a pickup of 11 yards. The clock will run down here. We'll end the first quarter. Pomona up by 2 scores here, but the Chargers are driving. 21-7 the score here. We'll be back in just a moment. A short, you know what? Let's just keep it here. Got a little time. We can update some scores, and I'll see if I can find some finals. We'll just go ahead and do that for you as we roll along here. We told you the final in the Centennial League. Cherry Creek wins. They do not win the league, but again, depending on how things kind of finish out with the likes of Grandview probably going to win that thing, although they've got Valor tonight, and that's a fantastic matchup. And it's 14-7 right now. And Grandview's got the lead, so Grandview wins it. They win the Centennial. We'll keep an eye on that one. And again, Valor Christian 6-2 suffered their first loss in state. A 28-game winning streak snapped by Cherry Creek. So, yeah, I guess that Centennial League's pretty tough. And we're watching that as they're in the second quarter right now. 14-7, Grandview with the lead on Valor. All tied up. This in the second quarter. Cherokee Trail and Overland. So, very tight one there. Easy run for Regis up on Freedom Monument, 48-0. That's actually a final from an earlier game. Winkler to hand it off. Nifty spin move down to about the 45-yard line. Boy, there was absolutely nothing there. And Sean Odell turned it into about a 2-yard gain. There really wasn't anything there, but he was able to kind of spin his way forward. So it sets up 2nd down and 8 as the Chargers are driving, trying to answer, down by 2 scores. Twins either side. That ball you see sitting left side hash mark. Read option, and he will hand it off, and a gain of only a yard as Winkler decided he would go ahead and keep that one. Boy, Braum rudely thrown to the turf there that time. Dominic Marcus and Isaac Lopez right in the middle of that line. And they're going to come together here. And then the Whitecap over to, well, just checking on Odell, I think, although he actually had one of his shoulder pads was kind of sticking out. I think he was coming over to kind of help out. Odell, 2 carries, 3 yards there. He's gotten roughed up pretty good. 3rd and 7 now. Trips to the top of your screen. And the whistle will blow. And a timeout called by Chatfield. That'll be their 2nd timeout here. As they'll set things up. Well, we can give you a few more scores around the area in Class 5. A last setup of the regular season here. How about Mountain Vista? Boy, the Golden Eagles have looked very good this season out of the Continental North Division. 24-0 in the second quarter on Highlands Ranch. Chaparral in the second, up on Castleview, 17-10. Prairie View at the half, a huge rivalry game between Prairie View and Brighton. Prairie View up 27-6. That at the half. Rick Lewis and I had a chance to do that game about 3-4 years ago, and I cannot remember what actually the rivalry game. There's always something, you got a milk jug, which goes a Littleton Public School Stadium with Arapahoe and Littleton, or Arapahoe and Heritage, or Arapahoe and Heritage. Getting my rivalries all mixed up here. I cannot remember what they play for, but Prairie View with a big lead there at the half, 27-6. Winkler in trouble. He'll throw off his back foot, and the receiver can't get back to that one. Good coverage on 3rd down and 7. And boy, when you're running for your life, that is tough to get that ball all the way down the field.
Winkler's pass falls incomplete and brings up a 4th down.
Trying to kind of spot who was out there. I know that his brother was out there. He has completed a pass to him. He was actually looking over there for a Chase Johnson who had come in. So now 4th and 7. They'll go for it here. Winkler, 4-man rush, running for his life. He'll throw it over to the right side and caught for a 1st down on the far side. Well done. Oh, I've got to dig through and see.
Pass is complete to Taylor Lammers.
That was Lammers on the catch. Lammers hadn't caught a pass in the last 2-3 weeks here. You see how many guys they can run out there. Gain of 14, first down. The fourth down converts here. Throw here to the near side. There's Odell, and he'll duck his way forward down to near the 22-yard line. Boy, Pomona's defense so quick. Garrett Zanin gets over there and makes the tackle. And a correction on that. That was actually Gilbert on the outside. It was Odell that ran interference on the inside, that little rub route. With the catch by Gilbert and a 8-yard pickup on first down makes it second down and a short 2 here. See, Chatfield offense working a little bit. They don't stop themselves. They've been okay. Read option. Winkler going to keep it himself. Bounce to the outside. He's looking for blockers now as he gets down inside the 15 to down near the 14, 13-yard line for Kyle Winkler. They'll put him at about the 14-yard line. That's a run of 8, first down and 10. And they will huddle up here, slow the pace down a little bit, huddle up, make sure everybody's on the same page. From the 14 of Pomona, as the Chargers, 10 plays so far on this drive, they're in the red zone. Low snap to Winkler. Looks over the middle, got a receiver there, hit at the 10, going to be a short pickup on that crossing route. That's Odell who makes the catch there. Dylan Pace on the coverage there from his safety spot will knock down Odell. 4-yard pickup for Odell, second down and 6. Yes, they can get a first down inside that 4-yard line. Winkler kept it himself, and the Pomona defense didn't bite that time. Well read by the linebacker, Daniel Chavez, the senior, coming right off the edge, and a loss of 2.
Chavez makes the tackle for Pomona, third down.
Under 8.5 to go here in the first half. Well, this should be big as you burn a little time off. You can see the deliberate pace going on here now with Chatfield. The Chargers will milk the clock a little bit. You can get down here, get to within a score. That would be big for you. And you give your defense a little bit of a rest. Winkler by himself back there, throws. And again to the H-back, he'll fall down to about the 4-yard line. That's Brom with the catch.
Catches the pass for Chatfield.
Brom had lined up, we call it that H-back spot, if you're familiar with that. A gain of 8. Fourth down, though, and less than a yard. Winkler, the push, he's got it. And the drive stays alive. Needed about the length of a football, got more than that.
2 yards. First down, Chatfield.
The ball at about the 3-yard line. They got about a yard out of it. It's about a yard and a half, enough for a first and goal set up now. And again, Chatfield a little more deliberate, milking the clock a bit. You get to within 1 score and you let your defense rest a little bit. Biggest thing here, get it into the end zone for the Chargers. Winkler, giving up the middle, touchdown. How about that? That's Sean Odell, nice little trap play. It appeared to be there on the handoff. Great blocking up front and a 3-yard touchdown run for Sean Odell. 15 plays, 76 yards for the Chatfield offense. Six minutes and 18 seconds on the drive. That's what you do when you're trying to keep the ball away from a very potent Pomona offense. The extra point by Beckham-Ayers is up and good. And Chatfield has cut the lead to 7 here.
18 seconds left in the first half. Pomona 21, Chatfield 14.
Again, 15 plays on that drive, 76 yards. And Sean Odell caps it off from 3 yards out. Well, Charger fans, don't forget that Steve Westfall will make a $500 donation to the Chatfield Booster Club of your choice when you buy or sell a home with him. Call him today, 303-716-3633. Steve Westfall, with Remax Professionals. Watching here on Score Stream, and I was watching the Overland Cherokee Trail game, 28-20 now. And then at the half, Overland's got the lead. Talk about a couple of teams. They're almost afterthoughts in the Centennial League, if you can believe that, with those two clubs. Onside kick, here to the near side, loose ball, and the Chargers are on it. How about that? On top it is Tanner Johnson, the junior. They onside work. The Chargers will get the ball back here in fantastic field position and a chance to try to tie things up here. Hey, it's no holds barred now, as Chatfield comes in here at 2-3 on the, or at 1-2 on the season in the league. You're not going to win the league, and as it sits, you're at number 35 of the power rankings. You got to be inside that 32. You need a win. So here they go from their own 47. Winkler, a little bit of time now, finds room up the middle. He'll take it. Run to the outside, lowers the shoulders. He's knocked out of bounds inside the 40.
Winkler carries the ball for Chatfield. He stopped on the play by Cameron.
The ball at about the 30, inside that 38. We're going to put it at about the 38-yard line. 15-yard pickup, first down and 10. Here come the Chargers. Pistol set now. Twins either side, and Odell, a little bit of room. Look out, to the right side, got a blocker out front as he tries to get to the right side. He will. Turns it upfield and then will be scooped up and put back down.
Sean Odell carries for Chatfield.
Odell, lightning quick. I'm looking around as the Chargers go back into that. It always makes me nervous because I'm so used to them not huddling as they are. I wonder if there was a penalty. There's not. They're just milking the clock a little bit. The run down to the 14, a run of 24 yards. It'll be first down and 10 now. That ball at the 14 for the Chargers. Try to tie things up. Winkler, a little delayed draw. That's Odell, leans down to about the 10-yard line. On the tackle, the big linebacker, Braden McHale there. So Odell able to duck down a 4-yard gain inside the 10-yard line. It'll be second down. We'll call it a 5-yard gain because that ball's down at the 9. Second and 5 for the Chargers into the red zone again. Odell will get it. He'll pick his way through. Still on his feet. Leans forward. Touchdown, Chargers. A late flag will come out from the back judge here, so we'll have to see what that's all about, but it's after the touchdown. Odell, his second touchdown of the night, this time from 9 yards out, and an extra point away from tying things up here between Chatfield and Pomona. I'll tell you what, if you're just tuning in, this is a big surprise for a lot of folks, but if you followed Chatfield all season long, well, Odell is tabbed with the unsportsmanlike conduct. So now the extra point is moved back 15 yards. The all-important extra point to try to tie things up. Becca Maris is going to kick what essentially is a 35-yard extra point try here. She has the leg for it. She's been pretty good all season long, even on the long field goals. The kick is up. No problem. We are tied at 21 here. 6:07 left to go in the first half, and the Chargers are throwing out an upset bid here on the number 6 ranked team in the power points in Class 5A, a team the Chargers know pretty well, of course, in the Jeffco Conference. Your local Littleton Schwab invites you to check out the fall sale going on tires and brakes. It runs all the way through the month of this month, October. Check it out at Les Schwab, just off of C470 and Bowles. The onside kick after the touchdown by Odell, and the Chargers, a gutsy call on special teams. It took them 4 plays to drive down and score what is essentially the tying touchdown. What do you do it again? Catch lightning in a bottle twice. Well, Pomona most likely looking for it here. But again, we've already seen Chatfield deep in their own territory went for it on 4th down in their first possession. And that turned into points for Pomona because they did not convert there. But they have gone for 4th down a couple other times and have converted. The line drive kick, taking it at the 5-yard line. I believe Marcus on the return here, dancing his way through. Nope, that's Borghi. And Borghi up to the 35-yard line. Ball came out. Chargers think they have it. Referees coming together. They haven't called it yet. They'll say it'll be Pomona football. They say he was down. Whew. Boy, with all the white jerseys out there jumping around, they did recover the loose ball, but they say that Borghi, the whistle had already blown and he was down. He was kind of spinning his way through there. Wow, that would have been huge. 5:57 to go here in the first half. Pomona will get the football, though, after a long delay. They haven't had it here in the second quarter, by the way. First time that they have touched the football. Marcus spun around as he tried to go off the left side. Good penetration by the Chatfield defense. Gator, one of the first guys there, and a flag will come in. And that will go against Madalik, Miles Madalik over there, who was on top of a cornerback for Chatfield and was still wrestling with him well after the play. That's going to push Pomona back. I'm just assuming because Madalik was the guy that was on top. A long conference over there. We're actually going to have 4 officials come together here. Well, we'll get the call here in a moment. Oh, wow. Offsetting. Interesting. So they actually say that both players were involved in it, and it's a wash. So 2nd and 9 here up to the 1-yard gain by Marcus. Roberts hands off. Big room there that time. Marcus got to the second level very quickly up to the 49-yard line. Boy, I'll tell you what, absolutely bursting through there. He was on Isaac Sheely there at about the 49-yard line. Now Borghi, stiff arm, still on his feet, races on. Do they have an angle on him? They'll have to cut back, still running forward, spun down at the 4-yard line. Wow. Well, I'll tell you what, speed kills. They got 2 in the backfield for Pomona. That is impressive. 47 yards on the run down to the 4-yard line. And Pomona about ready to put another score up there. Tied at 21. The Panthers have come right back. They have not had the football in the second quarter. It's the first time they've had it, and they made quick work of it. 4th play of the drive coming up here after that big run by Borghi. Pace in the backfield. The Wildcat set. Marcus reverses field. Touchdown. Pretty run. was going to follow pace into the line on the left side. There wasn't anything there. He turned and hightailed it here to the near side. And Marcus with his third touchdown here tonight. He caught one for a touchdown as well, his second rushing touchdown. Pomona back in the lead, trying to tack on the extra point here. Snaps a little bit high. Marcus gets it down. The kick, no good. All about the high snap. Thinson had to wait as, and that's Aycock who got in there and got the block. And again, Thinson had to wait a little bit as the snap was a little high to Marcus. Well, that's big. It's a 6-point lead for Pomona, but now Chatfield, if they can get the ball back here in the final 4:52, put another one in the end zone. And you don't say that against a team like Pomona to say, well, just drive down and put another score up. But that's the way the Chargers have worked this year. When the offense is on, they can put points up. They have a possibility here, and I know we've got a long ways to go getting the lead by halftime. That's how Brett McGatlin would draw it up. That'd be perfect. Going to get a good return here, and Pomona's shown a penchant for. Borgie has pooched one kickoff and almost recovered it. When they do it, he'll kick it to the near side here, or will kick it away, and he's going to kick this one away. Short kick, Upman's got it at the 16-yard line, looking for a return here as he picks his way through to the 26. And I believe, yep, they're going to give it to Johnson, Mitch Johnson with the return that time. Smart play, instead of just falling down on it, he picked up a few extra yards. So from their own 26, here comes Kyle Winkler and the Chargers. Still got it. Looking, stays back behind the line of scrimmage, throws to the far side. Is it caught over there? You betcha. Well, a quick look as the receiver, I think Lammers on the far side over there makes that catch. Oh, nope, Chase Johnson instead. 5, not a 9. Winkler, Odell bouncing his way around off to the right side. He's got some room up to about the 48-yard line. Well blocked, sealing down that side, and a good run. 6 yards there, second and a short 4 coming up. 4:15 to go in the first half. Chargers drive it again. Boy, this is the offense we've seen flashes of all season long, particularly in their wins, certainly. Odell again, spun forward to the 46-yard line. That's a first down. Big guy in the middle there, McHale on the tackle along with Zanin. Put the ball to the 46-yard line and a gain of 8. And a first down and 10 here. Odell in the backfield again. Winkler in that pistol set. Twins either side. Low snap, he's got it. A little time, and over the middle. Out of the slot, I believe Odell that time, down to the 39-yard line. Odell was in the backfield, I thought, but Odell actually stepped over into the slot.
Gain of 7, he's stopped by Chris Gatseals.
7-yard pickup, 2nd and 3 here. Chargers not worried about milking the clock this time. Hand off, that's Odell up to the 35. And nope, Grom actually with the carry. Grom out of the backfield with the run that time. Leyva on the tackle. 4-yard pickup. And the clock down near 3:15 to go in the first half. Well, you don't want to give the ball back to Pomona. They've shown they can drive very quickly and score. Time is not necessarily a factor for you, but again, it's that tempo. It started to pick up again for the Chargers. Trips to the left side. Winkler, he's actually looking right side. The throw a little behind the receiver inside the 20-yard line.
Winkler's pass is intended for Chase Robinson.
Chase Robinson had come in from the sideline. But again, tough pass. Tried to throw it as he was on his break, and he had actually broke and started to come back inside. And what was essentially, as he faded out, it was like kind of a corner route, faded out, and then was going to cut it back toward the post. The ball delivered behind. Second and 10. Odell's got it. Got some room here to the left side. Got some blocking out front. Stutter step down to the 22-yard line. Ooh, boy, Sean Odell real slow to get up. Pace on the tackle. He got banged up there pretty good. 13 yards on the run.
13 yards. Stop made by Cameron Padilla and Dylan Pace.
Sean Odell has carried the ball numerous times here tonight. They've got him back in that tailback spot in the pistol set. He's getting the ball a lot. Not this time. Winkler, trouble as the blitz came from that near side, and he's off to the races. Got a blocker out front. Nope. Blocker couldn't catch the guy. He dives to the 7-yard line, though.
Winkler on the carry.
Borgie came up and made the tackle. Winkler, a smart idea, though. Saw the blitz and then looked to the left side, and his receivers had cleared everybody out.
First and goal, Chatfield.
The ball will be at the 7-yard line. What a run, a 15. Winkler, I've not seen Kyle Winkler run like this the entire season. Now he'll do it maybe a couple of times. Otherwise, he'll sit back there and wait to throw. This time he is taken off. Coming up on 2 minutes left to go. Odell again looking for blockers. He'll be pulled down from behind. May have gotten back to the line of scrimmage. Leva grabbed a hold of the shoulder pads and wrenched him down.
Second down.
10th play of the drive coming up here. Ralston Valley's already won the Jeffco. Pomona in the power rankings, number 6 in the state. Chatfield, 35th. You got to get inside that number of 32 to make the playoffs. A win here would do that for you. Winkler, still looking. Pumps, he's going to take it himself. Leaps in the air, he got to about the 2. Pomona defense got over there very, very quickly when they saw Winkler taking off there. Padilla and Dominguez over there. But a flag down, and Chatfield looks like they're maybe going to move. Nope, no flag. My apologies. Back up to the line they come here. Quick snap. Are they in? Touchdown. The side judge called it. Winkler went up under center and got the quick snap and goes into the end zone. And the Chargers an extra point away from taking the lead with 40 seconds left to go in this first half. Wow. Maris, the kick is good. Chargers have the lead for the first time tonight. 28-27 with 40 seconds left to go in the first half. We told you what this game means for Chatfield as they're sitting outside of the playoff bracket right now, 35th in power rankings coming into the week. Win this game, you will most likely get enough points because of Pomona coming in here with a record of 6-2 and the teams that they beat during the season. That includes a win over Cherry Creek. You'll get enough power points that's going to kick you into the playoff. Now, who you face next week would probably be pretty good, but at the same time, you want to be in the playoff. You want to have that opportunity like all teams do in the playoffs, to advance on. If they lose tonight, they won't make the playoffs. They'll have a cross-bracket game essentially next week, but that will be guaranteed the last game of the season. So you always want that hope. 11 plays, 74 yards for Chatfield. Bounding ball scooped at the 5-yard line, and ball's on the ground for a moment there. Let's see. Whitecap quickly over there. And again, it'll be Pomona football. I'll tell you what, Chatfield's knocked the ball out a couple of times, and it's been real close whether the players for Pomona have been down or not. That was another case where that ball got punched out of there. 35 seconds left at the 5-yard line. I'm sure Pomona is just probably going to kneel down on it here and call it good. Chatfield does have one timeout. I think they'll be happy to go into halftime and make those adjustments that they need, but we'll see. Yep, they'll kneel down. They may have to snap it one more time. Chargers going to hang out there. And they don't. Start the play clock. It's inside of that 25 seconds, and both teams will head to the locker room. One team feeling pretty good about themselves. The Chatfield Chargers were down 21-7 at one point in this game. An onside kick squeezed in there, and a stop defensively as they got the football back, and they have taken the lead going into halftime 28-27. This has been a lot of fun to watch here. Last game of the regular season, and the Chargers playing for their playoff lives. Looks pretty good right now. We've got another second half to go. It is senior night here for Pomona at the NAAC. So we'll have about 14 minutes here before we're back with, actually more than that, about 15 minutes before we're back with you. We'll update you on some scores when we come back from that. Quick timeout. Got a good one here from the NAAC. Chatfield up on Pomona, 28-27 here on Stream It Sports.